me ask you something real quick. Do you remember when gaming actually felt like something? When you popped in a new game cartridge into your console and that was it. No updates, no patches, no servers unavailable. You just played. Now you buy a game, you download the game, install it, update it, create an account, you have to agree to terms and conditions, and then you must be online to continue, and that's when it hits you. That doesn't feel like gaming anymore. It feels like a subscription, a job, a storefront disguised as entertainment. So today we're going to talk about why modern gaming feels so empty, why it feels greedy, why it feels soulless, and why the games we grew up on just hit different. This isn't nostalgia, this isn't a just talking about old stuff. This is about ownership, difficulty, creativity, community, and respect for the player. Let's talk about it. Just from Just Say Anything TV. See y'all soon. Cue the intro.
You're not just saying that?
I never just say anything.
Back in the day when you bought a game, you owned the whole thing. Not a license, not access to the game, not as long as the servers are online. You actually owned it. You could play it whenever, however, for however long you want to. You could lend it to a friend, you could trade it, you could sell it, you could play it 20 years later with zero internet. Your PS2 doesn't care if Sony doesn't exist tomorrow. Your N64 doesn't need permission for you to play it. Now you can spend $70 on the game, but you still don't own it. If the server shut down, the company revokes the license, your account gets banned, that game is gone forever. And the wild part is, we accepted this quietly. So you'll ask yourself, why doesn't disc even exist anymore? You really can't even buy physical copies of games anymore, and it's very rare. But if you so happen to be one of the lucky ones who still can find a physical copy, you load the game in and it says on your screen, downloading game data. It might be 62 gigabytes or something crazy, even 100 gigabytes per disc. So exactly what did you just buy? Did you buy a key? Permission slip, a subscription? Back then the games was on the disc was the game. That was it. You didn't need anything extra outside of just the disc. Now the disc just tells you, the console, like, yeah, they paid for it. It's just communication to say they gave us some money for this particular item, which means that you can't preserve it, you can't archive it, you can't rely on it really. Gaming used to be permanent, now it's temporary access. And this is where I believe everything went wrong with these microtransactions. Games used to be complete experiences. You unlock content by actually playing it. You get new skins or characters or whatever you're trying to get in the game by actually playing the game. But now, you want new skins, $10. You want a character, $15. You want to skip the grinding in the game and actually playing it, $20. If you want the full experience, you have to buy the battle pass. You already paid full price for it and they still want more out your pocket. This changed how games are designed. Games aren't built to be fun anymore. They're built to be frustrating on purpose. So you'll pay for the game and the grinding isn't difficulty anymore. It's monetized inconvenience. And I believe back in the day, not to sound like Unc again, but games used to teach us how not to quit. Old games were hard. No checkpoints every 30 seconds, no tutorials holding your hand like that, no arrows telling you where to go. You failed, you learn, and you try it again. And I believe that's a life lesson. And when you finally won, that feeling stayed with you. Games like Contra, Mega Man, Dark Souls, old RPG games, they taught patience, they taught strategy, they taught resilience. Now most games are scared to let the player fail, because frustration might hurt their sales. So they need you to keep going in the levels so you can buy more things. Even the local multiplayer is dead. Y'all remember co-op? Same screen. Even the local multiplayer is dead. You remember playing co-op or couch co-op where you're playing on the same screen, in the same room, trash talking in real life? Now everyone needs their own console, their own account, their own subscription, their own internet connection. You can't even casually play with someone sitting next to you. Gaming used to be social in real life. Now it's isolated and online only. And if servers shut down, the whole experience disappears. Now mind you, I like online gaming, but the fact that they took that away from us so we can't play with someone next to us, that's the issue that I have. And I always ask myself the question is like, why does a single player game even need internet all the time? And I think it's because of control. Because if you're always online, they can track you, update prices, change mechanic, remove features. You're no longer playing their game, you're playing their service. And I believe right now is greed over creativity. Big studios don't take risk anymore. Why? Because microtransactions are safer. Instead of new ideas and them just trying to do new things and experiment with gameplay or just come up with weird concepts, we get remakes, sequels, and live service clones. Indie developers are carrying the soul of gaming now because they still care about complete games, offline play, player respect, and that's why it feels empty right now in gaming, because you don't own anything. You're constantly being sold to. The difficulty is fake and creativity is restricted. Social plays is gated. Everything depends on servers. So gaming stopped being about art and became platforms for monetization. So gaming doesn't have to be like this. We've already seen what worked, and that is complete games, offline modes, fair difficulty, local multiplayer, no predatory monetization, trying new things, new IPs, just trying to experiment. The problem isn't the technology. We have the most technology ever. The graphics are crazy right now. All the games from back in the day look terrible in comparison to the technology of the games now. We're moving in the right direction. If these big corporations keep doing things they're doing, what's going to happen is the people are going to start creating games themselves and the things that they like and the way that they like to do things. And some of these big corporations is going to get left behind, because I believe the technology is getting easier and easier for an independent person or someone who wants to create their own game to create it themselves. With AI and all these different things, they'll find themselves actually on the losing end of this battle. So it's a priority that they change their ways, and until players push back, I feel like the future, they'll just keep selling us these microtransactions. So I would say I didn't stop loving games. I just feel like the games stopped loving us and the corporations. That's been my video for today. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. This is from Just Say Anything TV. Thank you if you made it this far. Give me a like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you on the next video. I hold it down. Peace.
Just Say Anything. Like, share, and subscribe.
You're not just saying that?
I never just say anything.